On our first wedding anniversary, my husband, Dante Ricci, handed me divorce papers.
Hung out with your two ex-husbands yesterday. We played truth or dare. I lost, so they dared me to get you to sign them. Bet you wouldn't have the guts to go through with it.
Babe, you're not gonna let them get away with that, are you?
I have two ex-husbands, my childhood friends Marco Rossotti and Luca Barbieri. But those first two marriages were just business, to help their families out of a jam. Only my marriage to Dante was for love. I thought I'd finally found my home, until I overheard the three of them talking.
Chiara's sick. Her dying wish is for the three of us to spend one whole month with her, just the three of us. Dante, you can handle that, can't you?
Of course. I'll get Isabella to sign the divorce papers. I'll just tell her it's a dare, and we'll get remarried after the month is up.
I heard everything. I didn't let on. I just calmly signed the papers. Then I texted my father, the godfather of the Romano family. Father, I'm divorced. That arranged marriage you mentioned? Is the offer still on the table? I was standing outside our front door, holding a gift from Chicago, Dante loves. The conversation inside continued.
Will Isabella go for it?
Of course she will. She knows the rules. Besides, Bella's a pushover. Never makes waves. Exactly. She's gotten us out of so much trouble. This time will be no different.
Ever since we got married, Dante had always acted like he hated Marco and Luca. I thought he was jealous. I was even a little smug about it. Now I knew the truth. The three of them were close, so close they could plot its me against together. I closed my eyes and took a deep breath, so that's all I was to them. My feelings, my dignity, my marriage, just tools for them to use. I turned around, got back in my car, and sat for a full hour just letting the cold seep in. My phone buzzed, a text from Dante. I stared at the words and almost laughed. I got out of the car, tossed the box of chocolates in the trash, and pushed open the front door.
Bella.
Dante shot up from the sofa, a perfect smile on his face.
You're back. How was the road?
He came up to me and gently kissed me on my face. He'd done it for a year. It always made me feel warm. Now, it just made me sick. I subtly wiped my cheek.
Bella, I need to talk to you about something.
Dante said, sitting next to me, his expression suddenly serious. Here we go, I thought with a cold smile. But I kept my face a mask of confusion. Taking my hand and rubbing his thumb over the back of it.
The lawyers are suggesting a temporary divorce, just on paper. It's to protect you, keep you from getting dragged into this.
A temporary divorce? I raised an eyebrow, playing dumb.
It's just a formality. As soon as I clean up the family business, we'll get remarried.
Then his face fell into a wounded look.
And I was playing truth or dare with Marco and Luca yesterday, those bastards. They lost and dared me to do this. Said you'd never have the nerve to get divorced again. Said you didn't have the guts.
He was a damn good actor. If this were the Oscars, he'd take home Best Actor. How could they say that? I said, faking a flash of anger.
I know, and I wasn't going to take that.
Dante said, his eyes shining with anticipation.
I know my wife is the bravest woman there is. You're not afraid of anything, so...
He pulled the papers out from under the coffee table and handed them to me.
Tomorrow, we'll give them the shock of their lives.
Most of his property, his stocks, his real estate. It was all going to me. I almost laughed out loud. He was so damn sure of himself, so certain we'd be remarried soon that this was all just for show. I picked up the pen on the table and signed my name at the bottom of the agreement with a clean, sharp stroke. Dante froze for a second, clearly not expecting me to sign so quickly, so decisively. Done. You should call them now. I want to hear it when their jaws hit the floor.
I knew you'd understand. You're the best wife in the world.
Then he took his phone and walked into the study.
She signed. Yeah, didn't even hesitate. We'll file tomorrow.
I told you Bella was easy. She's still so gullible. After you're done with Chiara, make it up to Isabella. Don't let her get too bent out of shape.
Of course, she's my wife after all.
A moment later, my own phone lit up with 2 messages. The first, from Marco. The second, from Luca. I used to think our friendship was the most important thing in the world.
I used to think our friendship was everything. Marco asked me to marry him to secure his inheritance. I did. Luca asked me to marry him to escape an arranged marriage. I did that too. And what did I get for it? I didn't reply. I just flipped my phone face down on the table.
Honey, Marco and Luca, those idiots, they still don't believe we actually signed the papers. They insist on seeing us, to confirm it in person before they'll drop it. So annoying.
I looked at his handsome lying face in the mirror, my heart turning to ice. Fine, let them see. I'd love to know what their faces look like when they're finally convinced.
I knew you were the understanding.
Kissing my forehead with satisfaction. The meeting was at a private bar they always went to. All dim lights and moody music. As I followed Dante into our booth, I saw them immediately. Marco and Luca were lounging on the sofa, and between them, holding court like a queen, was Chiara Fontana. She was wearing a fire-red slip dress, her beauty so sharp it was almost a weapon. The second she saw Dante, her eyes lit up.
Dante! I missed you so much. What took you so long?
Dante's body went stiff for a second. He glanced at me, but Chiara's embrace was too tight, and he could only pat her back awkwardly.
All right, Isabella's still here.
I had to laugh. The way he said it, you'd think I was the third wheel. Chiara pulled Dante down onto the sofa, squeezing in between him and Marco, and immediately launched into stories about their speed days.
Marco, do you remember that time you got into a fight with the basketball captain from the other campus for me?
You needed 3 stitches above your eye. And Dante, that Latin exam? If you hadn't secretly passed me that note, I would have failed for sure. Every story she told was a memory I wasn't a part of. She was proudly showing off how close she was with them, effortlessly pushing me to the outside. I picked up my drink and took a quiet sip, an outsider at my own table. Back then, we were the only people in the world we could trust. We were in Dutterworley Conversmeermeestering that if it bang.